healthcare providers, I'm going to go over why you need to become a coach in 2025 to make sure that you get your time back and get the money that you actually deserve. So here we go. Let's break it down. So we're going to talk about the difference between coaching and just providing one-on-one service. Okay? Coaching versus providing one-on-one service. Let's start with one-on-one first. So, one-on-one service for all doctors and healthcare providers out there, okay? One-on-one service, this is what we must talk about today. So, hear me out. Here's a graph. It goes this way and this way. Here's money and here's time. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Typically, people work about 8 hours a day. Wouldn't you agree? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So time here, it's 8 hours a day. You guys can see, here's the time, here's the money access. So if we saw 8 patients, that's as far as we can go. Some of you guys might be seeing 14 patients or 15 patients or 16 patients because you're seeing 2 an hour. Just depends on where you're at, which I'll get into in a minute. But let's just say you saw 1 patient an hour. Great. Okay. That means money-wise, whatever you make an hour, to keep math simple, let's just say you make $200 an hour. Okay. So this is 200 per hour. Okay. So if we could only work 8 hours, because that's the max that we're doing, so then it would be like this. Okay. Right here. So this point, if you are at $200, let's do some math here. If you're at 200, okay, so 200 times 8. So all I'm doing is 200 times 8. You guys can see that? That equals $1,600 a day that you can actually make. Now, it may sound like a lot, but to continuously grow a business, that's actually not that much money a day for you to be able to make. So instead, what are your options? You're going to say, well, maybe I'll see 2 patients an hour. Okay, well, let's do the math on that. So if you saw 2 patients a day, an 8-hour day, that's 16 hours. So this would extend out more. Okay, it brings us to 16. This would extend up to 16. Okay, so now up here, great. Okay, so now that is we do 16. So 16 times 200. So 16 times 200 equals 3,200. Now, this compared to this is a day, okay? A day. Now, this is double this. So money-wise, this is good because this has increased, right? $3,000 a day is a lot better than $1,000 a day. Now, here's the problem with it. You are seeing 2 patients an hour. You know how tiring that is? Also, on both of these examples, you don't have time. There's literally no time. You are physically having to be in front of the patient at all times to get paid. Does that make sense? Like you physically have to say, hi, patient. They give you your money to then get time. So you have no time and money. Okay. But that's how they exchange money because it's a one-on-one service. Now, here's the crazy part. So this is what currently providers are doing. So this is what providers, okay, with one-on-one model. Okay. Providers one-on-one are doing. Everyone got it? Okay, now look at how crazy this is. I'm going to draw a line. Okay. Now, if we are looking at coaching, okay, coaching does not have to be HIPAA compliant, okay, because it's a group setting. We are not solving a specific diagnosis. So we're not solving stress incontinence. We are solving leakage. That's the difference of the verbiage, okay? We are not providing a super bill. Again, we're not coding. We're not doing notes because that's all what a provider would do. That's all what a provider would do. Underneath the coach umbrella, especially something called group coaching, okay? Group coaching. Now, hear me out on it. Let's do the axis again. I probably drew that too big. Hopefully you guys can see this. You guys see my little baby axis? Kind of. It's at the bottom of the screen. You know what? Let me do this. So remember these numbers. I'm going to put them off to the side here. So they can see 16 patients a day, make 3,200. Or they can see 8 patients a day, make 1,600. You guys got to remember this. They have no time. And they have to be in front of them. Have to be in front. You guys get where I'm going with it, okay? I'm going to delete this so you guys can see. Okay, so now let's talk about group coaching. Let me erase all this. Okay, so coaching. Specifically, group coaching. Okay. Now, here's what's the cool part. Like I said before, you can now group people together with the same issues. Why are us providers not doing this? Okay. But we're not going to call ourselves providers. We're going to call ourselves coaches. So here's the access again. Okay. Here's the money. And here's the time. Okay. Now, let's just say we wanted to do 8 hours. Same example as before. So 8 hours for the time. Okay. And we still charge, well, actually this time we're going to charge around $130 a visit instead of $200. So the price goes down for the patient. So we're going to charge $130 a visit. Okay. Price goes down. That's a benefit. You guys don't have to handle as many objections, right? That's a massive win. Great. Okay. So now each hour, so this are hour. All those marks represent an hour. So in 1 hour, we're going to put 4 patients together. So let's do the math. So in 1 hour, remember, the patient only pays $130 a session. By the way, most personal trainers right now are charging that for home visits, okay? So $130 a session times 4, that's $520. So that's $520 for 1 hour, guys. Do you see that I just increased your rate? Instead of having to see more and more patients per hour on one-on-one, you can group them together and we can get, our price goes up. We're $520 an hour versus $200 an hour. We're helping serve more people in our community, okay? Because they have problems and there's less of us, so they need our help, right? And the price for the patient also goes down, as you can see right here, to $130. That's huge, okay? So if we then keep doing this, and by the way, you can still throw in maybe a one-on-one the next hour, and maybe the next hour you throw another one-on-one in, but then after that, maybe you do another group. So maybe again, there's 4 people in this spot. So that would be another $520, okay, for 1 hour. Now watch how crazy this is. If you add this up right here, okay, if you just work 2 hours, okay, that equals, just these 2 alone, $1,040 for 2 hours. Let's go to this example over here. When you treated one-on-one for 8 hours, you got $1,600. Would you rather work 2 hours and get $1,000, or would you rather work 8 hours and get $1,600? Which one would you prefer? Also, if you set this up, and let's just say we worked 8 hours at the 520 rate. Well, let's just see. 8 hours. Okay, so times 8. So we did 520 times 8 hours. If you still wanted to work 8 hours a day, you didn't have to, okay, because we're trying to decrease your time. But 520 times 8, guys, look, 4,160. That's a day. Okay? That's even better than seeing 16 patients a day. So would you want to write 16 notes? Like, I just want you guys to understand this. Would you want to write 16 notes, or would you like to just make this amount a day? Your time can be decreased. You do not have to write notes. Okay? You do not have to send super bills. Like, I don't understand why none of us aren't doing this anymore. Like, why are we not doing this? And by the way, I came up with this concept because after selling my brick and mortar, I was like, okay, like, how do we do this better? And how do I get the price down for the patient? And then how do we continue to get the result? And by the way, you'll all have a method to your madness, whether or not you believe it or not, but you do. And it's just having someone sit down and systematize that for you, which is that's why we help. We help with that. Okay. Someone systematizing it to point out, yeah, this is what you do. This is what you do. This is what you do. And no, we're not solving a specific diagnosis, but I am solving leakage with jumping. I am solving, leakage at, leakage maybe when you're carrying a kid. These are just examples. You can solve something else. But I don't have to do it in a way that has to be 100% one-on-one. This is where it has gone awry. And this is why most healthcare workers are burnt out. They hate life. And they're like, I just can't do this anymore. And like 2 years in, they're like, I can't do it. Because you got to do it differently. And I'm telling you guys right now, this is it. This is it. It decreases prices. So let me just recap here. Decreases price for patient. That's huge. That's number one. Number two, okay? It decreases provider's time or coach's time. Okay? And you can, and three, it increases coaches' money. Okay? It increases it. Money. Decreases time. Decreases price for patient. Is this not a winning formula right here? This is a winning formula. So let's start trying to figure out how we can get you guys to feel more confident in doing this so that you can get your freaking time back and make more money. This is huge. And you're going to want to, really dive into this. And if you guys need help, I'm here to help you. I'm talking to you guys. I want to help you because I was you. I completely got burnt out many times in my career. And I even moved to different states because I thought, okay, it will just make it better. Like the system's got to be different. It was never different. We have to change the system. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help you feel more confident that you can be different and stand out compared to every single person else. And that you're the person that is actually going to help these people. And you're actually going to be able to help many more people by doing it this way. By doing it this way, you're going to be able to help so many more people. That's key. So if you guys need our help, please text us. Text me. Literally text me. 703-783-2388. I will answer any of your questions so that you can get unstuck and that get you moving in the right freaking direction. So let's go.